Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the double play template. The layers for all the designs are pretty much the same. So we'll just go over a couple of these designs to kind of take a look. So we'll start out here. What I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to turn off this jersey background with the pinstripes. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's going to show us the kind of the dirt and the grass in the background. So we can turn the grass off, right? And to be quite honest, if you wanted to, you could throw the jersey back there as well. But I like the grass a little bit better. So we got the grass back there. We have the dirt on the bottom. You see the dirt on the bottom and the top. And then the dirt lines are actually separate. Okay. And you can go in there and adjust the dirt lines if you want and move them around. Let's see, dirt lines on the top. Okay, let me go here. I'll show you how that works. So you can move the lines. They go outside the canvas, so you can move them around quite a bit. So those are pretty self-explanatory. And the nice thing about this is you don't even need to worry about any of this when you want to turn the jersey on, because when you do that, everything's contained in that group right there. So we'll take a look at that real quick. We have the shirt fabric that's torn. You can turn that off if you want, so it give you a nice clean look. I kind of like it with the fabric. So I'm just that way. My designs are very textile, so we can turn it off and on. The pinstripes has a clipping mask, so you can go white with them, or you can go change the color. And let's see if we want to change it to like a lighter blue or a teal or an aqua. You could do that as well, or whatever color. And the pinstripes you can turn off and on. All right, you got another clipping mask over the top of the jersey fabric. If you want to go a different color with that, you can go red, you can go green, you can do whatever. Just change it like you would normally. And then we have the fabric in the back. So if you turned off all of these here, you could add a different background to it. You could add a solid color background or whatever as well. So, and then we got the center fabric, okay, right there. And again, you can turn off the color, change the color, go red if you want to. Okay, so it looks like, okay, so we've got, oh, it's got a soft light blending mode. So if we went with normal, that's what we would look like. So let's do like an overlay. And then we'll go back here. Oh, hang on one second. Okay, so let's go a little brighter on the red. There you go. So if you want a nice color like that, nice bright color, you could do that. It's pretty easy. So all you gotta do is, I'm gonna go back to the blue actually. And there we go. And then the center leather box. Okay, I didn't know what else to call that. Kind of a diamond shape. Okay, so what we got here, you got the stitches on either side. So you got those there, okay? More like laces rather than stitches. And then you've got each one of these can be turned off and on, these laces here. So we can do that. So if you wanted to lose that, you could. And then, so I like them with it on. You can also turn this entire group off there if you want to do something like that as well. You got like kind of a dirt spray at the bottom. So it's not really noticeable, but you see a little bit. The team name goes there. I'm going to turn off the player here real quick so we can see that team name a little bit better. Team name has an arch to it. So if you wanted to adjust the arch, you could. So if you want to do that, okay, let's go 0. That's pretty simple. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the bevel on it. Okay. So what we can do here is we can turn that bevel off if you want it to be nice and smooth, a little bit more clean. Again, I like to have texture, so I kind of like the bevel. You can adjust the depth more or less. You can adjust to make it an outer bevel. You can make a softer one. You can emboss it. All kinds of things you could do with that. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool too. Okay. Player obviously goes here. And let me turn it back on. And you can adjust him obviously however you wish. Okay. The center fabric. Let's see, where's that at? Okay. So let's see. Where is this at? That's kind of funny. That's hiding somewhere. So let's go ahead and take a look where that's at. I don't even know where that layer is at. Anyway, so you got a bonus layer there, and I have no idea what that's for. Anyway, so the name panel for the graphics there. All right, so you got the oval patch, which is this here, right? You got the small patch at the top, and you got the patch at the bottom, right? And you can take the stitches, you can turn them off and on, okay? And one thing in here too, if you turn the panel off, right, you've got a panel that you can actually change the color on, okay? So let's go to red. So you can do whatever you want there, change it to whatever color you'd like. Okay, so that's kind of a nice option there. But if you just like the brown leather color, there's one just with that leather color on it. And you can even change the border out if you didn't want the border on there. You can as well just put the name on one panel, just turn off the top panel. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward too. You got the player name. Obviously, that's on 2 lines. You could make it 1 if you want. And you got the dates over here. Okay. Team logo. Baseball and softball. So these look like they are remnant layers from another format that may have had them in there. So those are hiding somewhere. And then you got corner stitching if you want. And let's go ahead and that's up there at the top. You can also put those down at the bottom if you like. I like to have borders on my designs sometimes. I think it's pretty cool. So, and then this blue overlay for color grading. Okay, what that does is that will put a little bit of a blue contrast to everything. Now you can make that color whatever you want. I like blue. It adds just enough to kind of tie in all the shadows and all the whites together. So, because sometimes you can have different shades of black or gray or white. When you put that overlay on top of it all, it kind of blends them all in together. So, and you can adjust the saturation for that all the way down to 7 or 8. It can be a little bit more blue. I like it at about 15 or so. I think 15 is a good opacity. So that is our individual. And again, the individuals and the team ones are all basically the same. They operate the same, but we will go ahead and take a look at the team ones here. Okay, so this is the team one. Not much different than the other one. You've got the grass. You've got. Let's turn off that center jersey background. Okay, so it's going to reveal that. The only thing I think that I've got different here is I got a couple gradients in there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. When you're using the dirt background, there's a couple gradients in there. There's a white one, and I kind of like it green like that. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good that way, but you can change that gradient to any color you want. If you go into here, and you can do if you want to do more of a blue or whatever. I like the green because I think it kind of brings out the grass a little bit. Okay. But you can turn those off and on according to however you want it to look. You have a clipping mask and a saturation mask for that center box back there. Okay, so if you want to add color to it, what I would do is, let's turn those off real quick. What I would do is I would use the saturation mask and then the color mask on top of that. And again, you can change that color to whatever you want. You can even make it white. Okay, you can make it gray, right? I think it looks pretty good blue. So that's actually a cool look. Okay, so we're going to turn that off. Not much else different, right? We got that center jersey background. It's got the tear in it. You can turn that tear off, obviously. The only thing I think that's a little different is this right here at the bottom. You've got that kind of that material look that hides their feet. I know a lot of people don't like to show feet. I do personally, but I know a lot of people don't. And then you got this embroidery line. It's also got a clipping mask on it. You can change that color. And you probably have to change the blending mode to overlay. Let's see, if we want to do a real deep red or real bright red, you could do that as well. So let me go back here. All right, so you can do that. You can also turn it off and just make it gray. Bottom logo graphics, pretty self-explanatory. You got the bats behind. Those are separate. Okay. And then you've also got these kind of hiding in there. If you wanted to use them, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, you could. Okay. Those are just in there as kind of extras. And then team slogan up at the top. You don't have to put it up there, but I thought there was some empty space up there that worked out for me. So, and then the names down at the bottom. So, okay, so that's the team one. And let's see, I think we got the yard sign is next. Okay, let's take a look at the yard sign design. Again, same layers as the other one, just a couple things that are different. I'm going to go ahead and turn that center panel on, or the background for the jersey. And as you can see there, we've got the jersey, you got the torn look for the jersey, which can easily be cut off or shut off just by shutting off that layer. And again, layers are all the same as the other ones. Not much of a difference. The only thing you got a little bit of a difference with is you got the baseball bats here. And where are they at here? Okay. Let's see. Turn them off and on. Okay, so there's your baseball bats. You got the word softball that you can easily change to baseball. And then here we've got a softball. Okay. And we've also got a baseball. And it'll appear there. Now the shadows are merged with the ball themselves. So you can't really change that, but you can use whatever. If you got any type of softballs or baseballs in your collection, you can switch them out if you want to. You've got, I like the corner stitching on the bottom for the jersey, but you can turn that off and on. And then, so if we wanted to go back to let's turn off. Okay, so I may have those backwards. I think I have those backwards. I think these are for, let me see here real quick. Okay, so this is going to be mislabeled. It looks, nope, this is fine. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes there's so many layers in these things you get confused. Anyway, so for the jersey look, this corner stitching here works really good, but you can turn that off and we'll turn on the background with the grass and the dirt and we'll see how that looks here. So that looks a little bit better. So these corners, you can turn the dates off and on if you want, but I kind of like them. So And again, all these layers are basically the same as the other design. So it's kind of a, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. And so that's pretty much what we have for the yard sign design. Again, you have softball and you have baseball, and of course you can add elements to it if you got them on your own as well. So one thing you can do with the softball, it's kind of a cool look. Okay, so let's take that there. You can actually increase the size of it, and then let's go here, and we're going to rotate that some here just a little bit. We'll take that, we'll put that up in the corner, or we can put that down here in this corner or somewhere. Anyway, you can put it up in the corner there, make it look like the ball's in the dirt. Um, it works in some applications, sometimes it doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in the middle. And that's pretty much it for the yard sign.